to court or we ought to be going after murderers. I don't think that conversation would take that long, actually.
Yeah, yeah, obviously I was kidding. The difference between journalists and lawyers is lawyers are always serious. You know, we actually have to have like regular conversations with people and not be so formal all the time.
Well, Juliet, lawyers are lovable too,
really
Juliet.
funny?
But, let me,
I know some lawyers that I like.
let me.
kidding.
They've They've actually answered a lot of the questions I was going to ask, and it's been fun watching. Let me throw this out to get to a question and answer session. This is a hot topic. We got, depending on your point of view, we got lucky being here this week because it's such a hot topic, because the athlete in question that was in the news, and it was a dominating story. And so I think there is something, my personal opinion, there is something to this celebrity athlete thing. I asked a question of Brian during the law school session today, totally off topic in terms of not drugs, but I asked him if the person who was convicted of dog fighting a couple of years ago was named Joe Vick instead of Michael Vick in Atlanta, whether he would have gotten 18 months in prison. And Brian's, I think I can summarize his comment with no. And I'm not entirely sure I can tell you all the reasons for that, but there is some celebrity issue here, I think. Now, having said that, the celebrities are the ones we go and pay to see, and so I think there's some fairness into the type of press. But this isn't going away. This needs to be fixed. Something needs to be done. Where do we go with drugs in sport? And I'll throw that out to the panel, and performance-enhancing drugs in sport, and then we'll go to questions.
Let me just say that in working with the United States Olympic Committee and with the United States Anti-Doping and the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, USADA, one of the concerns I have is, yes, deterrence is important. Yes, sanctions are important. Yes, prosecuting dopers. But I have raised the questions with Travis Tigert and Richard Pound and all the key players of these agencies, saying, you know, I'm wondering if we could shift the paradigm and move some of the funding, because we have just limited funds in these different agencies, and move the shift the paradigm to the other end of the spectrum, and start looking at prevention, education, intervention programs, working in the schools, working in middle schools. In high schools, maybe too late. Colleges, athletes have already made up their mind, pretty much know which path they're going to take. But we have another generation coming up. We have young children. I have two daughters. I think everybody in this panel may have children, different stages of life.